Well, to help us understand this increasing violence in Iraq is Bernard Haykel of Princeton University, where he's a professor of Near Eastern Studies. Bernard, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Let's talk about what happens between Sunnis and Shiites when the United States pulls out.
I think you will see a buildup of violence, just like we're seeing now, and that will escalate and become more intense, because there is a desire, especially amongst the Sunnis, to keep fighting and to change the configuration of power that the Americans have left, and which amounts to a Shiite-dominated Iraq.
Well, why hasn't Prime Minister Nouri al-Malki dealt with this problem of trying to integrate these elements into Iraqi society?
I think there are three reasons. I mean, one is because either he is unwilling, or because of the forces around him, the Shiite forces around him are not letting him do this. There are also Sunni elements that don't want to deal with him. They see him as a product of an American occupation. And there are some very hard intransigent Sunnis, including Al-Qaeda elements and Ba'athists, who just won't deal with him. And I think he seems to lack the imagination and the desire to absorb Sunnis, which means giving them power, giving them a larger piece of the pie, of the Iraqi government pie. And that inevitably means giving them a slice of the oil revenues, because that's what a lot of the fighting is about.
So what happens is this problem just is going to allowed to be sort of fester in the body politic for years to come?
It might fester for a long time, and what worries me is that once the Americans withdraw, what the regional actors, Iran, Saudi, Turkey, Syria and Jordan, what they will do, and whether they will, as it were, try to fill the void by either fostering more proxy warfare through the different sects, or whether they will try to come to a regional consensus to contain the violence to Iraq itself. And I don't think there is such a consensus at the moment, and there's no agreement amongst the regional players. And America has to play a lead role in creating a framework for a post-occupation Iraq.
So that has to be done before we pull out, or will it be something that we deal with from a distance?
No, I hope it's done before America pulls out. And the problem with the Americans, frankly, is that they figured out Iraq and the different problems within Iraq a bit too late. They figured it out in the last couple of years, and at this time people know that the Americans are leaving, so their power over the different factions and even within the region is diminished.
Right, so how much leverage do we have then to fix this problem before we leave?
There's considerable leverage on countries like Jordan and Saudi Arabia and Turkey, presumably, but not Iran. So I think that it's significantly diminished, and that has to do less with the Obama administration, but rather with, and more with the legacy of the last Bush administration.
All right, Bernard Haykel, thank you very much.
Thank you.